Alright guys, how are you doing today?
Good.
Oh, fantastic. Alright, so to get started today, I wanted to play a little game first, alright? It's called Two Truths and a Lie. I'm going to tell you 3 things about me. You guys got to decide what the lie is. Are you ready? Okay, thing number 1, I was arrested once for killing a raccoon. What? Thing number 2, I used to spike my hair 7 inches tall every day of my life before I went to school. And thing number 3, I grew up in Oildale. Alright, which one's a lie?
You got arrested for killing a raccoon.
False, that's the truth.
You spiked your hair.
Ah, false, that's the truth.
You didn't grow up in Oildale?
I didn't grow up in Oildale. Awesome. So, today we're going to learn about English. That doesn't really apply to Oildale, being arrested, or spiking my hair, but what it does apply to is how we're going to learn about English today. The way we decided, or the way we deciphered what I was trying to talk about, the lie itself, is how we're going to understand a certain concept today. And so the concept that we want to do, or what we want to learn today, is to determine the concept from our examples that I'm going to provide, and then we want to be able to create 3 examples of the concept for ourselves. Okay? Dan, would you mind reading the objective for us one more time?
Objective. Create 3 examples of the concept. Determine the concept from examples.
Cool. Awesome. Great. Alright, so first we're going to focus, let me give you some examples. We got example 1 and 2. Example 1, Kathy's car is a gem. And example 2, our teacher is nice. That's obviously talking about me. So, does anyone, now the yes and the no, this is what we're talking about. This is the concept that I want to identify, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to determine what the concept is, and this is an example of what the concept is not. Now keep in mind we are talking about English. So Sarah, from our examples, what do you think we're talking about today?
I think it's an adjective.
Adjective, okay. However, we do use adjectives in these. We are not actually learning about adjectives today. So that's not the concept. However, to identify the concept a little bit more, we're going to go through all these, and then maybe at the end, we'll be able to determine what we're talking about today. So if we could just go right down the row and have, Mark, you want to read number 3?
Sure. Tom's room was filthy.
Okay. Dan, what do we got for number 4?
Her face turned into a tomato.
He was a peach. The book was a brick.
My backpack was very heavy. Sarah?
Her skin was silk. The walls were purple.
Okay.
The noise echoed loudly.
All right. Now, does anyone else have an idea maybe what we're talking about?
They're all like describing something.
They're all, yeah, very good. So a lot of these are using descriptive words or describing something specifically. So that's a good idea. I like that angle. So where else can we go with this? Like describing, the description of something.
Are they nouns?
Nouns, okay. So all of them have nouns in them, right? Because they're all proper sentences. So, and the noun is actually being described as or is something else. So what would that be? Anyone else?
Is it a metaphor?
Metaphor. Excellent. That's exactly what it is. Metaphor. That's correct. A metaphor is a figure of speech that describes a subject by asserting that it is, on some point of comparison, the same as another unrelated object. So let's go through our concepts here. First, we have Kathy's car is a gem. We have the car being described as a gem, which obviously it is not physically a gem, but it's being described as one. Awesome. The next one would be her face turned into a tomato. We know that her face did not turn into a tomato, but it was similar to, kind of like, that's the metaphor right there. A tomato, her face, metaphor. Noun, subject, unrelated subject. Cool? Make sense? Yes? No?
Yes.
Yes. All right. He was a peach. Was he a peach?
No.
No. All right. But he was. All right. So the next one. The book was a brick. The book being the subject, the brick being the unrelated subject that the book is being described as, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So ready for the next one? Sarah, do you want to give us a try?
Her skin was silk.
So her skin was silk. Who is the subject?
Her.
Her. And what is the unrelated subject?
Silk.
Silk. So, well, actually, technically, her skin was the subject, yeah, and then silk was an unrelated subject. Awesome. And then So we can see that the walls were purple. Obviously, the walls could very well be purple. So that's not really a metaphor. Cool. Are we ready to try and create some metaphors on our own?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. So now that we identified and determined what the concept was from our examples, let's see if we can create some metaphors for ourselves. Who would like to start? All right, go for it.
I'm blue today.
I'm blue today. Now, being blue, does that specifically mean that you are the color blue?
No, it means I'm sad.
That you're sad. Excellent. So that is a metaphor. So we know that she is not blue. Her name is not blue. She is not the color blue, but she is feeling blue, meaning that she is sad. Awesome. Ladies?
I am a tall skyscraper.
Okay, excellent. Because you're not, but you are in a sense. All right.
She was a jewel.
A jewel. All right, awesome. Now, what would that mean? Her being a jewel. Is she actually physically a jewel?
No, but
So what are you trying to get across from that?
maybe a nice or smart person.
Nice or smart person. Awesome. Cool. Or that maybe she's precious, right?
Yeah, actually.
Cool. Awesome. So now that we understand what the metaphor is, and we've given some examples of it, I think that we're good. Now we can apply this to ourselves or into our writing later on in the semester. Does anyone have any questions?